Hello again, friends and followers. So here's the wonderful Crosley PE-104 alpha power supply. Excuse me, power supply for the Crosley BC-654 alpha transmitter receiver. So I've been working this thing for a few hours tonight. I got it working by putting in these two caps in parallel for the 2K, the 2000 microfarad cap. And I don't know if that made a big difference. The biggest difference I found tonight was replacing this other cap here. So there was a capacitor right here. In fact, here's the guilty party. That, don't even know if that made a big difference, but it didn't look good, so I replaced it. And people said that one's got to go too. Oh yeah, this was the 200 or the 2000 microfarad capacitor. So this was replaced with those two down there. But I think what made the biggest difference was after I replaced that with these two, I turned it on. It still had the voltage going down. So I thought, you know, something is shorting out. So I kind of started feeling things that were hot, and this capacitor here was hot. So I thought it has leakage or something, and didn't want to take it out, didn't want to rip it all out. I just put a 0.47 at 250 volts in series with it, and I figured that would at least stop it from leaking and shorting, because this capacitor is brand new and it wouldn't allow that. And sure enough, this thing now runs like a champ. I ran it for about 20 minutes. So in running it, I found that my filament voltage was about 1.8, and that's too high. They say that the tubes will burn off their protective coating on the filaments and everything else. The tube should run at 1.4. So I did find that and I did replace this bridge rectifier. So this bridge rectifier for the filaments was bad, and so I put a bridge in here of discrete diodes. And you'll see now I have a 1 ohm resistor kind of cowboyed in there. So not pretty, not even safe, but it works. So now I get about 1.3, 1.4 out of this thing, and when I press the pilot lights it goes down, but who cares. I didn't want any high-tech solid-state regulator in here, nothing like that. Just keep it as simple as possible, a rectifier and a dropping diode, nothing else fancy. So that's what this is here. Again, it doesn't look pretty. I think it's pretty safe sitting there. The wires are so thick and stiff that this little bridge is not going to move. And I don't think the resistor, the 1 ohm resistor, is going to hit the chassis there at all. So I probably could have been more paranoid and put some covering on the wires, but I didn't on the resistor. I just cowboyed that guy in there. So that's about it. Do I want to go through and replace all this stuff? No, not really. Rip that out. Replace that, replace that. I guess rip out the other side too. Rip out that, rip out that. That wouldn't be so hard. Rip out those. I guess it wouldn't be so bad. But if it works good enough for now, maybe that's good enough. So we'll see. So I'm going to put it back together, and well, there's a short. Look at that. See how sloppy I am. I should have taped that. The white wire I put in there for that 2K capacitor. Anyway, I can't say that I'm even a qualified restoration engineer for this thing. I'm just trying to make it work. All right, well, thanks for watching. And again, this is the PE-104 alpha power supply that I'm shoehorning together. So this vibrator seems like it's pretty good. It's been humming along here. I thought about putting a solid state one in there, but how serious am I about this radio? I don't know. We'll see if the radio works decently before I spend more time fixing it. So anyway, yeah, so far added the 2000 microfarad capacitor here, which was this one here, which they said to replace. A gentleman has a good blog. He said this one always goes bad. He said replace this one, so we did. This one across the, this goes across the high voltage windings and transformer, 125 volts AC. This goes across it. When this capacitor's out, the vibrator really works hard, and it seems like it's slamming, like really bad. When this guy's connected, it's nice and silent. And then when I put this one in, it didn't really change it, but in this capacitor in series with this capacitor here makes this one, even if it leaks, it doesn't matter now with this capacitor in series, and the unit will run stable now, the voltage won't drop. So that is what I wanted. I might have more hash than I want because these are probably bad, all this stuff's probably bad, but little steps. Maybe now it's time to look at the radio a little bit. So if this thing works good enough for testing, that's good enough for me. My time in my life is limited, and I work hard at my job, so I don't want to be spending too much time on radios. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.